What is potassium? Potassium is a key mineral that acts as an electrolyte. Our nerves and muscles are very dependent on potassium to function properly. It helps to regulate heartbeat, as heart is technically a muscle. It negates the harmful effects of excess sodium in the body by excreting them via urine. Our body could not move nutrients into our cells, or remove waste material out of the cells, without potassium. You can identify potassium deficiency by identifying the symptoms. If you are suffering from inflammatory bowel disease, such as Crohn's disease, or ulcerative colitis, chances are you are low in potassium. Prolonged deficiency in this mineral will increase the chances of high blood pressure, calcium depletion from the bones, and increase risk of kidney stones. Too much of potassium is not an issue for a healthy person. Any excess will be eliminated by kidney via urine. However, if you are suffering from chronic kidney disease, you need to monitor your daily potassium intake, as your kidneys could not eliminate the excess potassium. The recommended daily intake value for potassium is about 4,700 mg, as per U.S. National Institute of Health. In this video, we will investigate some of the best food sources of potassium and identify how we can fulfill the daily requirements of potassium with our everyday food intake. Potato are edible tubers, staple food of indigenous South American people for almost 10,000 years. It is introduced to the West by the Spanish explorers. They are cheap and easy to grow. In recent years, people have been avoiding potato due to its high carbs content. While its carbs may be high, it contains a good amount of fiber, vitamins, minerals, and phytochemical. Preferably it is baked and eaten with the skin as boiling, and discarding the water will reduce the potassium content in the potato. A medium-sized potato contains almost 20% of the daily value for an adult potassium requirement. Beet greens is the leafy top of the beetroot plants. Beet greens is a nutritious and healthy vegetable that contains vital nutrients such as vitamins A, C, and K, minerals like iron, magnesium, potassium, zinc, and manganese, dietary fiber, and antioxidants. Beet greens are a rich source of potassium. A cup of beet greens contains about 28% of the daily value for adult potassium requirements. Salmon is the most well-known fatty fish, which is rich in omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3 fatty acids help in reducing inflammation and lowers blood pressure. Besides these fatty acids, it is also rich in key nutrients such as calcium, magnesium, and potassium, as well as selenium, phosphorus, and vitamin B12. There are two varieties of salmon, wild and farmed salmon. The nutrients profile is slightly varied between these two varieties. Nevertheless, 6 ounces of salmon contains almost 23% of the daily potassium requirements. Adzuki beans, or also known as red beans, are part of the legume family. Adzuki beans are nutrient-rich food loaded with fiber, protein, complex carbs, and beneficial plant compounds. It has huge amount of folate, manganese, phosphorus, potassium, copper, and magnesium. Adzuki beans has been associated with many health benefits, ranging from heart health and weight loss to improved digestion and a lower risk of diabetes. While most beans contain potassium, Adzuki bean has the most of it. A cup of red beans contains about 26% of the daily value for adult potassium requirements. An avocado is technically a berry, which has bright green color and creamy buttery flesh. It has tons of key nutrients, which classifies this fruit as a superfood. It is high in calories and an excellent source of monounsaturated fat and vitamin E, folate, potassium, and fiber. It has two important and beneficial oil in oleic acid and linoleic acid, which helps in the management of high cholesterol. Avocados are a rich source of protective beta-carotenes, such as lutein and zeaxanthin, which are important to keep the eyes healthy. A medium-sized fruit can provide almost 21% of the daily adult requirements for potassium. Lima bean is a legume, known for its starchy buttery texture. It is also called butter bean, wax bean, or double bean. They can be consumed in either their mature or immature stages. It is a cheap and rich source of dietary fiber and protein. It is also a good source of B vitamins, phosphorus, magnesium, manganese, copper, iron, and potassium. This highly nutritious beans have been linked to a few health benefits. Frequent consumption of this beans can lead to healthy weight loss, better blood sugar control, and enhanced heart health. Potassium content in this bean is quite significant. A cup of Lima beans provides about 21% of daily potassium requirement for an adult. Yam is an edible tuber of some plant species. While there are some that is toxic, most yam are edible, though it has a moderate nutrient density. While it has low nutrient density of most nutrients, it still has high amounts of potassium, vitamin B6, manganese, thiamine, dietary fiber, and vitamin C. Yam has the highest potassium levels amongst the 10 major staple foods of the world. A cup of yam contains almost 20% of the adult daily potassium requirements. The salt that we use for cooking is sodium chloride. Excess intake of sodium will lead to high blood pressure. It is best that we reduce the intake of sodium chloride and use an alternative to our table salt. Potassium chloride is the alternative to sodium chloride. It tastes almost the same, and when used in cooking it is almost non-distinguishable. A 1/4 teaspoon serving size of potassium chloride will provide almost 20% of the adult daily potassium requirements. If you're looking to boost your daily intake of potassium, there's no need to stick to just bananas. Foods like potatoes, Swiss chard, and dried apricots are even better sources of potassium. Incorporating the above 8 foods into your diet can help you meet your daily potassium requirements, which for the average adult is about 4,700 milligrams. While any excess potassium in our body can be excreted by our kidney, those who have impaired kidney need to be mindful of excess intake. Thank you for watching. If you like our video, please share, like, and subscribe our channel. Click the bell icon and let's meet again in our next video. See you soon.